Please welcome to the stage Executive Vice President, President of International Sales Organization, Matt Zielinski.
All right. Part two, welcome back everyone. As you already know, I'm your host, Matt, and I spent a lot of time on the road connecting with... As you may not know, I'm your IT Matt, and I'm helping coders save time. Maybe he'll do it. I'm Legal Assistant Matt, and I'm reviewing your RFP in just a few seconds to make sure it meets legal standards. So lawyerly. Hey there, I'm Automation Matt, and I'm helping streamline your supply chain operations. Guys, can you slow this thing down? Guys? Sou o assistente digital Matt, e estou resumindo as notas da reunião que você não pôde comparecer ontem em São Paulo. Hi, I'm Marketing Matt, and I'm creating thousands of personalized marketing collateral in a snap. Whoa, how am I gonna get out of here? I'm Customer Service Matt, and I'm making the complex crystal clear for customers. Can someone get that? I'm busy hosting Tech World. I'm Manufacturing Matt, and after analyzing millions of parameters, I predict a critical failure in the next 3 weeks, 2 hours, and 22 minutes. Well, you passed, big guy. You know, that's like, we thought we'd start off the second part of the show with one big long dad joke, but we'll see. Let's get into it now. Look, I spent a lot of time on the road connecting with customers and partners worldwide, and often choosing between events in Barcelona and meetings in Dubai. But with our hybrid AI solutions, that might soon be a thing of the past. But can AI run the show?
Welcome back to
Tech World 2024. You know, honestly, okay. You know,
I'm still on here.
I've honestly never been so irritated by so many versions of myself. But you know, boss, if I may get off the road for a while and just send these guys in my place. But look, and that's really the power of AI. Hybrid AI solutions, like my army of these many avatars here, really put the expertise of thousands right at our fingertips. You know, to bring the many Matts to life, however, we have to make sure they are not only connected to the right data, but also know when and how to use it. We need an intermediary, an air traffic controller, if you will, that helps direct where the AI request should go and which data sources it should use. Should it go to our company's private AI solution? Should it use public data or AI tools like ChatGPT, or even to my own personal AI PC? Lenovo's New Talk solution is built to do exactly that. So let's use IT Matt as an example and see New Talk in action. Bear with me here. You know, for those of us who aren't as well versed in software development as my IT avatar, it is worth noting that coding is extremely time intensive. Not because coding tasks themselves are difficult, but because adding one feature requires hundreds of tasks. And instead of dealing with all of these tasks all at once, which would be, for me, probably my personal nightmare, software developers could code in a series of programming blocks, a set of tasks that become a story, and a set of stories that become an epic. And programming epics become the key features of the apps we use every day. Just designing these blocks can take days, even before you put a team of developers on the stories themselves. But with the right integrations, NewTalk can accelerate this process and automate which AI tools and data sources to use across public and private domains. So let's use NewTalk itself as an example and take a look at how we optimize its search function with large language models, a feature technically called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG as many of us know it as. And so let's add an expert coder into the mix, moi, and do some prompting. Control V, enter, there we go. And epics that once took us hours or days will now take basically about a second, as you can see. With, let's see, do I got it pulled up the right way? I do, thank goodness. With a tool like NewTalk, one developer can dramatically improve productivity. And there's no substitute for expertise, but with the power of AI, NewTalk vastly increases efficiency and puts human expertise on the tasks that matter most. Things like vision, strategic design, and project direction. All with a simple solution that is running right now. Behind the scenes, this instance of NewTalk is connected to multiple critical data sources, both private and public. One, the Jira project management tool our development teams rely on, sort of the data traffic controller. Two, internal NewTalk project information proprietary to our business, or the local research assistant. Third, and finally, external technical documents available in the public domain, like blogs, research papers, reports, or our external research agent. That's 3 agents in action, all dedicated to fully integrating public and private data and improving productivity. From IT Matt to manufacturing Matt to every Matt in between, the avatars you just saw personify some of the solutions we plan to enable with NewTalk, something you can learn a heck of a lot more about with the team and our showcase experience. But for now, it is my privilege to introduce my friend and colleague to speak more about how cutting-edge Lenovo innovation is helping businesses accelerate outcomes in every industry. Just making sure I don't get interrupted by my 9 brothers over here, or lookalikes. Without further ado, however, please welcome my work brother and dear friend, Vlad Razanovich. Vlad, come on up, buddy.
Matt, how are you?
Good to see you. Wonderful. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'm going to leave you.
I am amazed. After seeing that video, I know why you are in so many different places, and I feel like you're on the road talking to customers all the time, because there's multiple Matts.
There really are. But I'm going to use a couple of those guys to make my life easier. But hey, you know what? Have a good show.
All right, thanks. Can I get some of those Matts later on, too?
You betcha.
All right. Hey, welcome, everybody, and welcome to the afternoon session. I think this is really, from my perspective, this is the most exciting part of our business today. When we start talking about the data center space, the cutting-edge innovations, like that NewTalk demo you just saw, it's starting to bring hybrid AI to life. And with software like that integrate AI in environments where you're starting to look at how do we safeguard that data? How do we ensure that the security of that data is needed most? What we are really doing is looking at how do we adopt generative AI, starting to leverage private. As YY mentioned this morning, when you talk about personal and enterprise, private data is so important. That leverage with the public data across an organization. And like Matt, I'm on the road all the time. And if there's something that I've learned from talking to customers, it's that when we're looking at what AI can do to bring to the enterprise, there's an excitement that all enterprises are seeing. But what we also notice is there's a lot of challenges behind what they face. And first of all, and most importantly, we talk about the data. The data security, all the devices that Lucas showed this morning, the amount of data that's being generated from those devices is being created faster than ever before. And in some industries, and I'll go into this a little bit more in detail later, like the healthcare industry, the privacy of that data that's subject to compliancy and regulatory constraints, That's going to be the important part of how do we make sure we're leveraging all of this data for AI. And that really becomes one of the big challenges that the industry is facing today. Second, what we're seeing, and we mentioned this earlier, is the fact that sustainability and power consumption is top of mind for everyone. When we look at things like reducing waste, sustainable computing, AI tech is requiring an ever-increasing amount of power. And the AI that's adopting this infrastructure is requiring even more efficient infrastructure solutions that's going to help enterprises achieve their sustainability goals. And third and most important, as I've gone off and talked to CIOs and CTOs all around the world, it's what's the ROI? What is the ROI for AI? And so it's this ROI and efficiency. That's the new part. And one of the things that we see is how do we make sure that when we look at the ROI, it's making sure that you ensure that the deployment you have is scalable to the workloads that you're trying to create. And it's how do you accelerate that AI deployment that is becoming a challenge of so many CIOs and CTOs today. And so let's start with the data that I mentioned. I said, it's coming from everywhere, multiple sources. So much of this data is unstructured. It's siloed within different parts of the organization. And the one thing we talk about is data sovereignty, data gravity. It's that location of the data that matters. In high-performance computing deployments, making sure that you have low latency. In sovereign country deployments, making sure that you have that privacy and security. So the questions that a lot of CIOs and CTOs have is, where is this data being created? What is it needed for? And where is it going to be afterwards? And how do we make sure we keep it safe and secure? And so today, we see that powerful AI capabilities have started in the public cloud. Everything that we have seen today really revolves around those large language models. But what we're seeing is customers are also realizing that there's a need for that private cloud in their infrastructure. And not only in the data center, but also at the edge, where much of that data is being created. And what this creates, it creates a hybrid approach. And it needs and it calls for the right mix of private and public AI. Because that's going to be the important part of how we look at hybrid cloud. How do you make sure you take on that amazing power that the public cloud gives you? And how do you make sure it's secure and sovereign and private in your infrastructure? And so this is the approach to figure out how do we make sure we create that right solution for these Gen AI workloads. So at Lenovo, I really do believe we are uniquely positioned to offer these solutions to the market around hybrid AI. And in many cases, we are out there helping our customers talk about their AI strategy and what is that right mix that people are looking for their business outcomes and their use cases. And so when I look at this, Lenovo's done an amazing job in both portions of this market. For instance, in the public cloud, today, Lenovo collaborates and helps power 8 of the top 10 world's public cloud service providers. It's with our unique ODM Plus capability that we engineer these unique custom designed solutions using technology that the hyperscalers and the CSPs are looking for. And we manufacture that ourselves in Lenovo factories that are vertically integrated all around the world. And so for private clouds and edge, this is where we deliver and really put time in making sure customers understand our secure approach to on-prem infrastructure, and that we can control and customize these solutions to tailor what customers' workloads are needed, to ensure that that data stays private. And the reason for that privacy is there's so many reasons. There could be things like security, compliancy, latency, data sovereignty, and most important, data gravity. What's pulling all that data together? So at Lenovo, we do offer this end-to-end portfolio. In fact, we have over 80 products today that are AI optimized for our customers' businesses. And we're creating that foundation that any enterprise needs, and as they're building out their future of AI, we are going to consistently revolve around how do we improve that product portfolio we have So what our customers are looking for their business outcomes is something that we have. And it could be from the smallest wall-mounted edge servers that we produce for things like quick-serve retail that utilize things like specialized air filtration and quieter acoustics and levels of security, to bringing AI workloads and inferencing to some of these areas like retail self-checkout, to computer vision manufacturing deployments, and for things like financial fraud detection, especially in emerging countries. So you look at all of that we do on the small side, all the way up to those large 8-way LLM optimized servers. And in fact, if you went out to the booth next door, you actually would have seen a lot of the Lenovo portfolio around these large servers that are really looking at how do we ensure that as LLMs are being developed, that our solutions are most optimized for training in this hybrid cloud approach. And so one of the things we're very proud of is over the last 10 years, Lenovo has actually been named as the most reliable supplier in the IT industry today from a server perspective. And so when we think about what's important here, it's the fact that when we look at how do we have a leading industry storage and data management solution to make sure that as you create data, as these devices create data, as these remote offices create data, your data is structured, it's accessible, and it's secure. And through our engineering collaboration, our hybrid AI factory is designing and deploying the next generation of AI solutions, all with some of the industry's fastest time to market. And you saw some of those players in the industry today, with Lisa and Pat up on stage earlier, talking about the partnerships that we have, and later with NVIDIA and Jensen today. You're going to see that those partnerships are critical to Lenovo's success on how we deliver on those business outcomes. And to actually go more in depth on that layer of ecosystem that's required, I want you to take a look at a video about some of those other hybrid AI solutions that Lenovo's engaged with today.
Red Hat and Lenovo have been long-standing partners in delivering integrated hardware and software solutions to support the most demanding AI workloads across hybrid cloud environments.
Nutanix and Lenovo make Gen AI accessible to customers large and small. We're bringing in the next wave of applications, and we can make our customers successful together.
NetApp's AI Pod with Lenovo ThinkSystem servers is empowering organizations to harness the capabilities of AI and ensuring they can focus on gaining insights from their data.
I really want to thank some of those partners like Red Hat and NetApp and Nutanix, and it doesn't stop there. There's organizations that we work with like Microsoft and Cisco and so many others that are really bringing this hybrid AI vision to life. And it doesn't stop there. One of the things Lenovo has done is we introduced something called our AI Innovators program, where we have worked with over 165 different AI vertically and horizontal ISVs that are able to create solutions for what businesses are looking for. And they're all available to deploy through our global professional services. And what that means, it means that we are ready to make and manage and help you to manage AI when and where you need it most. Because the customers is what comes first. And we think about it, we look at this from an approach of what's needed in the classroom, what's needed in the stores, what's needed in the banks, what's needed at manufacturing sites, like Matt's manufacturing site when he was going on that conveyor belt. You know, those are the things, and healthcare organizations and beyond. Those are some of the things that Lenovo is looking at. And so specifically to drill down into the healthcare side of this, it's my pleasure to welcome Banner Aetna Executive Vice President and Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Robert Groves, to the stage. Robert, how are you?
I am well, thank you.
It is absolutely wonderful to have you here today. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me. Glad.
So the first question I have is, what is a Chief Medical Officer actually doing at an IT event?
Oh, come on. I mean, this is 2024. I
Right.
can't think of a job that's not influenced by IT. This is not the time to put your head in the sand. In fact, the role of technology, as we all know, is continually increasing almost in every role in healthcare.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, who is Banner Aetna and what is it that you do for the industry?
Okay, Banner Aetna is a partnership. It's truly, technically, it's a joint venture between Banner Health and the Aetna Insurance Company. And what we were formed to do was to improve care in our market, to make it faster, better care, better health, and lower cost, obviously. I mean, that's something that we're all working on. And we're constantly scanning the horizon as a pilot site for both our parent companies to test out new technologies, new strategies, et cetera. And today, we are using technology tools like large language models, computer vision, and of course, data analytics.
Mm-hmm. You know what's amazing is when Robert and I were talking, he told me in his past profession, he was actually a critical care physician. And I couldn't think of anything more important than having critical care for CIOs and CTOs when they look at things like AI in the industry today. And so one of the things that I know, Robert, is healthcare is complex. When we start looking at the complexity due to data protection, changing regulations, where do you start as the CMO to say this is where we need to focus?
Yeah, that's a great question. And data is foundational. I mean, it drives everything else. And that's always been the case in healthcare. But in healthcare, data is highly fragmented. It's often poorly defined. And as you mentioned, it is highly regulated and highly sensitive. So we need to have good strategies for data governance and for data management. But right now, we are laser focused on a variety of projects, for example, revenue cycle, prior authorization, risk adjustment, fraud detection, ambient scribe technologies, diagnostic support, and finally, member engagement. So there are a whole bunch of opportunities out there. And so what we need, referring to our last presentation, is essentially a medical map.
Well, we could all use a lot more mats, but one of the things I see, Robert, is everything you just mentioned there was a business outcome. And when we think about that, business outcomes is really what this transformation of AI is all about. So when you think about your patient care and how you approach this, what are some of the things that are critical for you?
Well, I love the idea of the hybrid model because it's very much the way healthcare works. You go and see a general internist, and then they need specialists to fill out that knowledge gap. It's kind of like the Commander large language model and those individual models down below that have special expertise in a certain area. And using those large and small language models seems to me to be the most efficient way to deliver what we're looking for. And at Banner Aetna today, what we're starting with is, for example, computer vision, so that X-rays can be pre-reviewed and the radiologist can come back and look at those that are actually critical, because time is life in healthcare. And so getting those X-rays read and having the doctor act on them very quickly is critical. The other case that we're using is ambient scribe technology. We've all seen the doctor staring at their computer screen and typing when we're in there seeing them. Well, ambient scribe technology allows them to get back to the business of creating that healing therapeutic relationship with their patients. We also think that's critical to addressing physician burnout. That's where they get meaning and purpose in their jobs. And then finally, we have something we call continuous remote care. And what this does is we have patients with heart failure, and they are constantly in contact with their physician. They can send data 7 days a week. They can contact their care team 7 days a week. And using that technology and understanding where to focus our attention, we've been able to reduce readmissions for heart failure significantly. These are all active projects that we're working on today.
It's amazing. Everything you mentioned there is such a business outcome. And honestly, instead of having more Matts, I'd rather have more Roberts, in this marketplace. And so when we think about this, there's so many use cases that actually start taking advantage of AI. How did you decide which projects to work on first? And what are you doing to make sure that we're helping accelerate those?
Yeah, that's something we all wrestle with. But it's my belief that we're just at the very beginning of our AI future. I think there's going to be, some shakeout, some consolidation in the industry, like there was 25 years ago in information technology. So I think we're going to see that happen. And so one of the foundational principles for me is you got to pick partners that are both trustworthy and durable. If you don't do that, you don't know if you're going to align yourself with somebody who's not going to be here in 5 years. So that's critical. The most productive strategy in my mind is partnerships. And that's great because that's Lenovo's DNA, is partnerships. And bringing disparate expertise and disparate perspectives together, whether it's, care delivery or payment or technology, having all those perspectives working on a problem with aligned incentives, I think that's the way to choose what you work on first. And we have such partners in all of those projects I talked about, and partners like Lenovo who help us move forward with confidence that they're going to be there and we're going to be there for the long term.
Well, I'll tell you, I think you've just nailed everything that we think about from a business relationship as well. It's the collaboration, it's the partnership, it's listening to customers such as yourself on what do you need to help that business outcome. And I'll tell you, smart guys like you, having you out there helping direct where AI is heading, Dr. Groves, I couldn't be happier to be on stage with you today, and we really want to thank you.
Thank you, Vlad. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, sir. All right. So as you just heard from Robert, right, AI starts with data, but it doesn't end there. When we look at the massive amount of computing and the massive amount of processing that's required, it means that you're going to have a massive amount of power. And that really focuses in on what's that emphasis on sustainability. And over a decade, we mentioned it this morning, Lenovo's been involved in leading the industry, and we're proud to announce our 6th generation of Neptune liquid-cooled systems. And we are reshaping the way water cooling and pushing the industry boundaries even further than they have before. And we're doing it with innovation. We're doing it with engineering. We're doing it with the highest accelerated computing capacity available in a small form factor chassis that any size organization can use. And when I think about it, it's Lenovo's Neptune warm water cooled system that's very unlike others in the marketplace today. For instance, one of the things we do is instead of having to chill the water before it goes into one of these racks, you could actually use standard ambient water temperatures, warm water. And we use things like copper instead of PVC. And if you haven't taken a look at it, please take a look at it at in the showcase next door. Because what we're after is how do you remove that heat? Because think about it, if you could actually have water that comes out at 45 degrees C after it exits the system, you could actually use things like repurposing techniques. And we've seen this happen, where people actually use that warm water that's now coming out of that server to be used to actually create heat environments for cold temperature office buildings or schools or university sites. And so you're actually having this use of this reconciliation or reuse of that water. And so one of the things I am so proud to introduce today is our new ThinkSystem N1380, which you see behind me. So the N1380, it really does, it advances Neptune water cooling even more, further and faster than we have before. We've reimagined the engineering of what rack integration looks like for vertical computing nodes optimized in spaces where total heat removal is most critical to these deployments. And this infrastructure actually fits within less than 1 square meter, which is really the size of your industry standard 19-inch racks. And what we're doing is we're pushing the boundaries of compact general purpose computing. This patented game-changing approach, we're redefining the way we look at water cooling. In this approach, we are at 100% heat removal for the first time ever. And it's through that advanced heat sink technology that we use, that water loop design, the highly reliable copper that we engineer into these systems, the efficient and productive aluminum cold plates that we put in the system. And by using Neptune, you can actually direct 30% more of your cooling energy now to compute. And so now you actually have a situation where electricity is being used for what you need it most, which is compute. And so when I think about it, it's an open ecosystem, it's an impeccable design that our engineers have created, and it's no wonder that Lenovo's Neptune water cooling system has actually won multiple awards, some of which are CRN's 2024 Best Green Energy Product of the Year, and the 2024 SEAL Sustainable Product Award winner. Because Lenovo Neptune liquid cooling is the most widely used cooling system in the industry today. And it's synonymous with quality, efficiency, and most importantly, the innovation that our awesome engineers actually put into it. As enterprises adapt this new era of AI, and they adopt this new AI-optimized infrastructure, cost and risk is always top of mind. And one of the things that we know is when we look at time to value, how do you actually get your return on investment? This is the third point that I mentioned earlier. Capacity utilization of those AI solutions, how do they scale? At Lenovo, this is really what we mean by smarter AI for all. And one way we do that is with our TrueScale initiative. This is a unique pay-as-you-go model. It helps customers mitigate some of the capacity risks due to unknown circumstances or how fast their businesses are going to grow. And for now, what we have launched is our TrueScale GPU as a service. And we're really helping customers realize a faster ROI for their AI projects with less risk for their business. And so one of the things I am so proud to talk about today, and you'll be hard to find a more impressive candidate, is something that we have done with the Mass Open Cloud Alliance. The MOC Alliance is a nonprofit collective of universities, government institutions, organizations, and businesses, including Boston University, which I am an alma mater of, go Terriers, and other universities such as Harvard, Northeastern, MIT, University of Massachusetts, and they're providing a national open production research-focused cloud. The MOC needed reliable, cost-effective solutions to scale its collaborative approach to research, and they turned to Lenovo for help. And to talk a little bit more about this, I want to welcome the MOC's Strategic Engagement Coordinator, John Stumpf, to the stage. John, great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
You mind if we go sit down? I've been up here for a little bit, so. It was nice. John and I actually went to dinner last night with Michael from UNC that you saw earlier. And I'll tell you, it was awesome to see the collaboration of two smart minds talking about where this industry is heading. So I thoroughly enjoyed that dinner last night, John. Well, hey, first of all, thanks for joining me. So I know a little bit about the MOC because of the MOC since I've been there. But I'm wondering if maybe you can kind of share a little bit with the audience a little bit more about the Alliance.
Sure. We launched the MOC in 2013 with a vision to create a production cloud. And that would better position our research community to partner with industry and innovate together. This vision came to life as the MOC has now been used by thousands of researchers and students. And it's become a laboratory for cloud research and innovation that's yielded hundreds of publications and countless contributions to open source software. Now, our cloud is hosted at the Massachusetts Green High Performance Computing Center, which is a state-of-the-art 90,000 square foot intercollegiate data center. And our member New England universities use it, but now we've expanded this year to include a number of colleges and universities across North America, and more to come.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things, John, that I see is that when you look at the compute capacity that you're giving a lot of these researchers, professors, scientists, it really is. It's something that is an area where many of these researchers wouldn't have been able to access that type of compute power as they are today. And so can you explain a little bit about how GPU as a service through our TrueScale product offering actually helped the MOC?
Yes, so TrueScale GPU as a service has been a game changer for us. We focused on large-scale systems research. That's what we do. And the solution that you've provided allows us to attract the research that's focused on today, that being large language models and other types of AI research, such as Red Hat's OpenShift AI. They do their development, and InstructLab. Now, our first cluster, as you know, was 64 A100s. That was delivered earlier this year and is in production today. And our second cluster arrived yesterday. And right now we're unpacking it and getting ready to install it over the next couple of weeks.
Yep. And those are on what product?
Those are the H100s, the 192 H100s.
Excellent.
So in short, this TrueScale GPU as a service has provided us with the capabilities that can support the work of these AI researchers across the institutions that we support today. And the H100s just make that story much more compelling.
Yeah, and one of the things that I also see, especially dealing with Red Hat and InstructLab, you're also you're helping build that ecosystem.
Yes.
For OpenShift AI and really a whole solution stack around that.
Yes, I represent the MOC Alliance with the AI Alliance. AI Alliance is, we're a founding member of that, and we're looking to attract more work through there. But many organizations today are also looking for sustainable solutions. And the Massachusetts Green High Performance Computing Center is a green data center supported by hydroelectric power. And we needed and wanted a more efficient supercomputing solution. And the Lenovo Neptune that you guys have outside there allows us to have a much greater power density than we otherwise would because of its sophisticated cooling capability.
And what I love about that, John, is you're really taking to heart that message of sustainability.
Yes.
And what it means. I mean, it's actually kind of one of the underlying areas for the whole alliance itself.
Yeah, I mean, the small form factor, the fact that you can pack 4 GPUs in a 1U package is astounding. And it's only because of the liquid cooling, the sophistication that you have that is able to make that happen. And those 192 GPUs are in 2 racks for us. That's, unbelievable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I'll tell you, the work that John is doing with the MOC, it's truly game-changing, and we really do. We can't thank you enough for the partnership, the engagement, John. I know I've known you for a while. You're one of the sharpest CTOs in the industry, and the things that you are doing to really revolutionize kind of how AI is used for researchers, professors, university, academia workloads, and doing it in a green, sustainable way is something that should be mimicked by many, many university and research sites all around the world.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully we can emulate this across other universities. We're looking to share what we're doing, and it's only through the work that you were able to do in terms of creating this service for us that's making this possible. And it's a testament to you, Lenovo, being a partner versus just a vendor selling me stuff. So it was a fantastic accomplishment to get this in. Thank you.
It's been awesome to be part of that journey with you, John. So thank you so much. Right now I want to thank you for that. And if there's anything that we can do to kind of help as we go on, when we think about this is really kind of the future of the industry. So, John, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. Really appreciate it. And so when we think about that, I absolutely love the work that John is doing. And there's so much of it that when we see that there's this, this challenge of AI, and how are we making sure that we are really building the right products that enterprises need most to meet those challenges? When I see it, it's about data. We need to make sure that we're giving you a commitment to secure, efficient hybrid infrastructure at every point, all the way from those edge products all the way to the large cloud. And if you need processing power, what Lenovo is doing is we're finding even more efficient ways that how do we deliver a sustainable story around our new generation of Neptune liquid cooling products that continues to set the stage for the industry around the innovation that we deliver. And if you think about the scalability is so important for things like the research that Dr. Groves and John Stumpf are doing, that when we look at it, the scalable solutions, those customized services, it's going to really require the most comprehensive AI partner ecosystem in the world that Lenovo can provide. And this is really what I see as the forefront of hybrid AI. It's through the quality of our products, from the edge to the cloud, to the breadth of the expertise, that we're starting to build this foundation of smarter AI for all today. And we're unleashing the power for enterprises everywhere, by unlocking the potential to access and use that data anywhere. And with the thousands of customers and the thousands of places that we operate, it's every single day that we are focused on this market. So with that, I want to say thank you for the attention, and here's to a sustainable future for all of us. And with that, to actually learn a little bit more about Lenovo's efforts to make the AI era more sustainable, I'm going to shoot it back to the showcase floor with our Senior Vice President and Chief Legal Officer, as well as our Corporate Responsibility Officer, Laura Catella, and our Executive Director of Regulatory Compliance, Mary Jacques. Take it away.
Thanks, Vlad. Hi, we're back live, as Vlad said, on the showroom floor. I'm Laura Quatella, Lenovo's Chief Legal and Corporate Responsibility Officer.
And I'm Mary Jacques, Lenovo's Executive Director of Global ESG and Regulatory Compliance.
Today, you've heard a lot about innovation and opportunity around AI, and Lenovo has put proactive governance in place to make sure that our AI solutions are responsible, ethical, and secure.
We've seen some remarkable examples of human-centric innovation that leverage the strengths of AI to bridge gaps in memory and communication and organizations.
At Lenovo, we understand that AI is a powerful tool that can be used to create a smarter future. But as we focus on the fight against climate change, we have to prioritize measurable solutions.
That's right, because we know that training one AI model can produce over 600,000 pounds of CO2 equivalent. That's 5 times the lifetime emissions of an average American car. And what that shows us is the importance of being able to measure and really understand the energy impact of AI. But it also shows us how important innovations like Lenovo's Neptune liquid cooling systems are to showing us a path to a more sustainable future.
As we continue our services-led transformation at Lenovo, our teams have listened to our customers and have provided an array of options that help them better understand and measure their energy consumption, ultimately leading to more informed decision-making that help them reach their sustainability goals. Whether it's the GPU as a service offering or the new AI-driven tool, Lenovo's Intelligent Sustainability Solutions Advisor, or LISA, our services are connecting enterprise and supporting our customer sustainability goals as well.
Improving the sustainability of our products and services is core to our strategy, and you'll see examples of that all over the show floor today. But it's also a part of our own emission reduction journey. We're on track to meet our 2030 climate reduction targets, and we've committed to achieve net zero by 2050, aligned to the Science Based Targets Initiative. Just like with the digital transformation of AI, the transformation to a more sustainable future requires that we work together, that we understand our impact, and that we share common standards. That's why we're so proud to have been one of the first companies to have our net zero targets validated by the SBTi. This shows that not only are we aligned with the science, but we're also committed to working together towards a smarter and more sustainable future.
No matter what comes next, we know that our approach at Lenovo to sustainability will future-proof our business and give us the agility to succeed. Learn more here at the showcase about all the ways we're innovating to promote sustainability and to meet our customers' needs. Enjoy the rest of the show, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Young Ray.
Good afternoon. People need to get excited. So in this session, I want to share with all of you Lenovo's exciting journey into AI-defined vehicle computing. For the past 40 years, Lenovo has been consistently successful in many large-scale, complex computing systems, from PCs to tablets, and from data centers to high-performance computing. A question I want to ask myself and all of us here is, what is the next big computing scenario? The answer to me is vehicle computing. In the past several years, the automotive industry has been transforming as vehicles shift from a distributed to a centralized electrical and electronic architecture. The shift actually opens a large-scale, complex computing scenario with enormous market potential. Vehicle computing not only is the next big computing scenario, but also the next big AI scenario. The success of end-to-end full self-driving, FSD, demonstrated 5 months ago, marked the beginning of the second generation autonomous driving algorithm. This remarkable progress was made possible by using bird's eye view, BEV, plus transformer, which reduced first generation's 3,000 lines of code to only 3,000. This paradigm shift at the algorithm level also pushes the underlying computing power to shift from first generation's CPU computing to the second generation AI computing. AI is also transforming the in-vehicle infotainment system to evolve from isolated AI that may not work all the time to integrated AI that is very robust, extending all the features from driver's seat to the third row. With Lenovo's expertise in heterogeneous computing, hardware, firmware, joint optimization, also AI technology, we are uniquely positioned to lead the next big wave in AI-defined vehicle computing. Now, let's take a look what this means for autonomous driving. Please roll the video. Right, Lenovo. In partnership with NVIDIA, Lenovo is currently developing the Drive Thor-based AI computing platform AD1 and AH1 to help algorithm partners deliver autonomous driving solutions to end customers. I'd like to highlight 3 key benefits here. First, AD1 provides 2,000 TOPS of AI computing power, and at the same time, the 546 gigabyte per second DDR significantly speeds up end-to-end processing. With these 2 features, AD1 is well suited for large model AI processing. Second, AD1 and AH1 meet the cybersecurity standard ISO 21434 and also the functional safety standard ISO 26262. It has also achieved the highest level of functional safety, ASIL level D. Level D is the highest level. Third, time to market. AD1 is industry's first automotive grade versus the regular industrial grade autonomous driving platform that can withstand various road conditions, vibrations, and impacts. AH1 is also the first in market to offer the L2++ DCU to automakers. Beyond autonomous driving, we believe the next generation AI-defined vehicle computing will also be a smart space too, where the capabilities of our devices will be leveraged. Let's roll the video. Again, that familiar music. Lenovo already has a large number of devices in the market, and we are continuously exploring the synergy among them to create innovative use cases. Let me highlight 3 aspects of our infotainment system. First, our multi-device infotainment engine allows users to access a wide array of hardware devices, from in-car systems to user mobile phones, all very simply and intuitively. Second, our multi-device infotainment engine doubles the industry standard high-definition channels from 5 to 10 for screen sharing, and also at the same time cuts audio latency from 15 milliseconds to only 5 milliseconds, meeting the professional esports standard. Third, and most amazingly, vehicles now can be integrated into Lenovo's comprehensive device ecosystem, delivering a seamless and natural experience for every passenger through hundreds and thousands of applications. I just talked about Lenovo's autonomous driving and also infotainment scenarios, technologies, and solutions. But we at Lenovo know that we cannot do this alone. So now let me invite one of our great partners, Ali Kenny, VP and General Manager of NVIDIA Automotive, to the stage. Welcome, Ali. Hi, Ali. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. It's my privilege to be here today at Lenovo Tech World. I'm here to talk about automotive. So the automotive industry is going through a massive transformation. Before, vehicles would essentially depreciate from the day you took them off the lot. But now, vehicles are being re-architected to be software-defined, so you could create new applications, new services for your customer that get better over the life of a car. But to do that, you need to sort of build a car, test it in a completely new way. And there's 3 core things that we do to help make that happen. The first is we offer really high-performance computers inside the car that are designed to be really easy to program for machine learning applications. The second is the data center that you need to test and train and develop these models are super large because you're no longer training on images, you're training on video. And so we're building these data centers for automotive that are very large in scope and are optimized to let you build rich self-driving applications or inside the car applications that let you ask any question or understand all the customer's preferences. But finally, you can't build and test a car just on data that you catch in the real world. You also have to have a simulation computer so that things that you don't find, but corner case scenarios that you might be doing in your testing, you create those scenarios in sim, and you need a simulation computer that's physically accurate. You could train your models, and you could test your car as if it's happening in the real world. When you have an end-to-end development flow from car to cloud and simulation like this, is the only chance that you could build autonomous driving in a safe way. We're super excited about the Lenovo partnership because they're working with us across this stack. Automotive companies don't have this capability in-house. They need to partner with world-class technology companies who understand AI and also understand how to build something with high quality, automotive-grade quality and security. Lenovo is really unique in their ability to do this. And we're super proud of the partnership, Dr. Rui, because we kind of see the growing success of the Lenovo team in automotive, and we really think that they're going to be a strong powerhouse in this industry over time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you. And also, thank you all for listening. Lenovo is looking forward to work with all our partners to build a smarter future for AI-defined vehicle computing. Thank you all.
Please welcome to the stage Ken Wong, Executive Vice President, President, Solutions and Services Group. Please welcome to the stage Ken Wong. Please welcome to the stage, Ken Wong.
Wow, thank you. Take the jacket for me. Wow, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Well, I'm sorry to be late because I just lost track of time driving that beautiful Lotus car that you have just seen. But Dr. Ray, you're right. You convinced me that autonomous driving is good enough that I could let the car park itself. Wow, now that my heart rate has recovered from that ride, so let me once again welcome you to Tech World in Seattle. Now I'm excited to tell you how Lenovo is delivering solutions to customers with speed, ease, and expertise. Now a Lotus car is the perfect symbol for that. It has super fast speed, drive with ease, and is made with some of the best expertise in the auto industry. Now Lotus is also a customer of Lenovo, and I will tell you more about in just a few minutes. Now, but first, let's take a quick look at the current global AI landscape. Now, we know right now there is a lot of excitement for AI, but there is also some fatigue. Now, companies that were early adopters are struggling to prove the ROI of their investment. Now, in Lenovo's global study, 61% of CIOs said they found it very challenging to demonstrate ROI from their AI investments. Now, at the same time, some companies haven't introduced AI yet because the organizations are not ready. And just over half of the CIOs said their IT function do not have the right skills to deploy AI. And still other companies don't know how to get started. But yet all these businesses are being pushed to deliver value with AI. Now, in fact, while many CIOs expect to wait maybe 2 or 3 years to show ROI, they are realizing that this is too long to wait, which is why speed is so important. Now, you don't have to make high-performance cars to know the value of speed, because today I'm excited to tell you about the Lenovo AI Fast Start, one of our AI services that answers that need for speed. Now, AI Fast Start lets companies demonstrate the value of AI use cases in 90 days or even less. Now, Fast Starts brings clarity by helping customers identify the most promising use cases. Now, one stat is clear: but design and implement a working model or proof of concept. In a matter of weeks, we built a production-quality AI solution using customers' data. Now, I would like to highlight 2 recent examples from 2 very different companies with very different needs. First is SAP. Now, with the new technology center opening in Munich, SAP wanted an immersive, state-of-the-art technology experience as soon as visitors walk through the door. Now, with the opening day coming up, they turned to us, Lenovo. Now, here is the story.
SAP, a global leader in enterprise applications, needed a way to engage visitors at its brand new experience center in Munich. With the center opening in a couple of months, they needed to deploy a solution quickly. So they engaged Lenovo Fast Start, and the team got to work. Lenovo partnered with Deep Brain to create a conversational AI human. And 90 days later, the SAP for Me customer avatar was up and running in time for opening day. This AI human not only welcomes visitors, but it also showcases the power of AI in creating interactive and informative environments. The SAP for Me customer avatar has transformed the Experience Center, making it a truly memorable experience for visitors.
Lenovo. Wow, this is a great example of how Lenovo leverages our large ecosystem of partners to deliver rapid innovation. Now, we worked with Deep Brain, one of the Lenovo AI innovators in our global network, and the solution runs on technology from NVIDIA, a key Lenovo partner. Now, let's look at another example. Formula One brings every race to hundreds of millions of fans around the world through live stream videos. Now, these videos need to show the car consistently so fans can follow their favorite throughout the race. Now, when Formula One decided to increase the number of live streams, they knew their camera engineers could not ensure continuity on so many videos at once. So again, they turned to Lenovo. Here's what happened.
For Formula One, bringing the race to their fans means capturing the action from all angles. It also means adjusting the images real time for consistency so that fans can easily follow along. This year, Formula One wanted to vastly increase the number of live streams videos, but that would increase the number of image corrections needed exponentially. Far too many for their engineers to handle. With 24 races happening in 9 months around the world, F1 needed to find a solution, fast. So, they turned to Lenovo. Lenovo's solution? AI-enhanced hardware that automatically detects low-quality frames and performs dynamic corrections. Fans get many more videos per race with the same high quality they have come to expect. By partnering with Lenovo, Formula One was able to go from concept to reality in just 90 days. And that's a win for everyone.
Now, as an F1 fan myself, I'm especially inspired by this story. These fast start examples show how Lenovo helps companies demonstrate concrete results with measurable ROI. Now, one final point I would like to make is that with AI fast start, not only do customers get a quick win, but they also end up several steps ahead of the AI journey. And from there, they can move forward with an accelerated pace. So both of the examples of fast start run on NVIDIA technology. So AI fast start leverages the NVIDIA AI software platform to build a private AI solution for our customers. Now, to talk more about Lenovo and NVIDIA, about our supporting customer on their entire AI journey, I would like to welcome Vice President of Generative AI Software Product, Carrie Brisky. Welcome. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Ken.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Wow. Now, since I have you on stage and there are so much interest about our partnership, I have a couple of questions for you, Carrie. Well, first come first. You know, we have incorporated the NVIDIA technology in the Lenovo AI Fast Start offering. So tell us more about how are we going to help our customers to set up Gen AI use cases.
All right, that's right, the technology. So one of the building blocks of generative AI applications and systems are foundational models. And NVIDIA's NIM is the easiest, most performant, and portable way to deploy large language models into production. And I'm sure that you all believe me when I say that NIMs are awesome, but sometimes seeing is believing. So we're going to put NIM into action and solve multiple crossword puzzles at once. So right here we're showcasing the speed and concurrency of models side by side. On the left side, we have NIM off versus NIM on the right side. And you can see as it starts to complete crossword puzzles, it starts to light up green. So crossword puzzles are inherently very complicated tasks. We have about an input sequence length of 2,000, output sequence length of 100 tokens, and we're doing 150 LLM calls per crossword puzzle. So it's pretty evident that the NIM on is completing faster and is better than the leading open source software solutions. So NIM off took so long that we have to speed it up in the video, so I'm not just standing here on stage staring at Ken and twiddling our thumbs. And so you saw there that you had 2.5 times the throughput with NIM on. Now, we did another one. We boosted up the concurrency to 250 crossword puzzles concurrently. And you can see here that with higher concurrency, you get 3 times more the throughput. So what that's showing is that you can, with NIM on, you get a better total cost of ownership and higher return on investment. So since Lenovo AI Fast Starts builds on the modularization of NIM, Lenovo is able to help customers get to market faster with reliable performance.
Wow.
NIM, yeah, right?
Amazing. I like the demo, by the way. The video is really good. So the second question, Carrie, I would like to ask is, A lot of customers asking, once they stand up, the proof of concept, the next thing they're going to talk about is, how can I scale? And how can I get positive ROI? I think Vlad just talked about ROI in his session. So tell us more about how we're going to help our customer with this one.
Yeah, that's right. So sometimes now you have these really great NIMs. What are you going to do with them? You have access to them, but how can you get this total solution? So that's what, based on learnings, working with early adopters of generative AI, NVIDIA is sharing what we call NIM agent blueprints. And so these are reference workflows that can be customized to meet the unique requirements of an enterprise. So for example, the latest advancements are in agentic AI, digital agents. So these help save time and provide insights and take actions to help human experts. But they require customization. They require access to your tools and databases. And so basically, you need to onboard them to your enterprise with this customization. And the NVIDIA NIM agent blueprints includes a consistent way to create data-driven AI flywheels built with the NVIDIA NIM microservices and NVIDIA NeMo. It's all part of the NVIDIA AI Enterprise platform.
Wow, thank you, Carrie. I think now I understand much, much better. Well, so we talk about how to help our customer to stand up Gen AI use cases fast, and also how can we help them to scale and get to positive ROI. I think the last question that I think you and I see a lot of customers, right? The next question that they're going to ask is, we all know there's no one-size-fits-all approach, especially about AI, right? We talk about private, personal, enterprise, and public AI, right? And could be large, small, medium language model. Well, so, how can we work together to help our customer to implement hybrid AI solution?
That's right. So we talked about NIMs, we talked about NIM agent blueprints, but so organizations are actually taking a hybrid approach to deploy AI applications. So Lenovo and NVIDIA provide choice across public and private clouds. So NVIDIA provides the latest, most advanced AI infrastructure and software for building generative AI now and in the future. So leveraging NVIDIA AI accelerated computing for that full stack solution. So GPUs, NVIDIA AI Enterprise, NVIDIA NIM, NVIDIA NIM agent blueprints, NVIDIA NeMo. So that simplification is essential to make AI successful and easy for the long term.
Wow, so I think there's a lot of powerful tools, and I think the great thing is, we're working together to bring these to all our customers. Well, I think what you just spoke is a bit of the ease part of our value proposition that I will be talking about in just a minute. But the bottom line, Carrie, is that together today, Lenovo and NVIDIA, are working to help to guide our customer throughout their entire AI journey. So once again, thank you, Carrie. I like the demo. Thanks for having you here and share such an insight with our new offerings that the two companies are bringing to our customer. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now let's talk about ease, as I mentioned. So earlier this morning, YY introduced Lenovo's AI library, a collection of ready-to-customize solutions. Now each one is focused on a specific purpose, and all of them have been tested and proven. So to tell you more, I would like to welcome my colleague, Linda Yao, who leads the Lenovo's AI Center of Excellence. So join me to welcome Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
I'm gonna give the stage to you.
Thank you, Ken. And hello, everyone. The Lenovo AI library that I will introduce today is designed around the industry use cases where Gen AI is making the biggest impact and providing ROI fast. This suite of horizontal and vertical solution accelerators is based on hundreds of proofs of concept, as well as numerous internal deployments across our thousands of end users. Let me show you a couple of these use cases that demonstrate the types of solutions that we can build for our customers. Let us start with marketing. Our sales teams need up-to-the-minute collateral when they're meeting with customers. And marketing must ensure that all the materials are on brand and on message. But even the fastest design teams need days, if not weeks, to produce this type of material with high quality. So to accelerate this process internally, we use Studio AI. With this solution, the marketing team can simply make a request by providing a short brief. Studio AI then rapidly delivers a ready-to-review set of assets in hours or even minutes, generating this material up to 90% faster. And in addition, our marketers are saving us money. They're reducing our production costs on this material by up to 70%. So now, let's look at a use case from a different domain, the AI legal assistant. Now, we all know that legal compliance requires a meticulous review of documents. Sometimes that can be hundreds of pages of contracts. Our AI legal assistant now automates this task and others, making this process much faster and ensuring that documents are aligned with our company policies. I like to use the example of non-disclosure agreements, or NDAs. I believe many of you all in the audience are familiar with these documents. Traditionally, processing an NDA can take weeks of back and forth between the business and our legal advisors. But with the AI legal assistant, that time is cut way down because it provides the right document the first time. In fact, with contracts, AI legal assistant delivers an improvement in accuracy by up to 45%, and an increase in data reuse by up to 80%. So the business can get those NDAs, those contracts, those high-stakes terms and conditions, and more, quickly and accurately. So these are just two examples of our ready-to-customize accelerators in the AI library. And because each one delivers proven, measurable results, customers know that they can get to ROI with confidence. And that is the ease that everyone is looking for.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Well, I love these examples and the benefit Lenovo is already seeing from our AI library of solutions. So we covered speed, ease, but then what about expertise? Now, I get to tell you about our engagement with Lotus, finally. So it gave me a reason to show off that amazing car at the very beginning. Now, Lotus turned to Lenovo for our expertise in AI-powered manufacturing solutions. At their advanced facility, Lotus produces every car to customer specifications. And to maintain their superior quality, each car must be carefully inspected as it is made. But manually inspecting so many customized vehicles is labor-intensive and slows down production, delaying delivery to customer. So Lenovo helped Lotus automate this process using Gen AI. We developed the Lenovo Smart Eye, an AI-powered solution that rapidly inspects each vehicle. Now, the result have been very impressive. 99% detection accuracy, 80% improvement in errors, and a 50% increase in overall factory performance. In addition, using the data collected from Smart Eye, we can begin to build a digital twin of the Lotus vehicle, which, in the future, can be leveraged for more AI-enabled use cases. Now, another critical area of expertise is tech modernization. Now, customers know they need to get their technology platform ready to run AI. But the fact is, many are already carrying tech debt, a past investment that threaten to impede AI performance, scalability, and resilience. And some CIOs are also dealing with stakeholders who may be cautious of any further investment. And I'm sure some of you can relate to this. Now, today, we are introducing Lenovo Data and Technology Foundation for AI. Now, with these services, we can rapidly assess a customer's technology environment, deliver a roadmap for their data, cloud, and security, and recommend a cost-effective set of actions to modernize their platforms. As a result, we can help our customer to reduce tech debt, get more value from their existing investments, and build their foundation for hybrid AI. Now, in fact, hybrid AI ties everything together that you have heard today. Now, earlier, Luca talked about our hardware leadership, including our new AI PC, and how our services accelerate their adoption. Now, with digital workplace solution, companies can securely integrate these next-generation devices into their workplace. And with care of one platform from Lenovo, they can deliver a hyper-personalized work experience for their employees. Now, Vlad, where's Vlad? Vlad talked about our AI-ready infrastructure. And our entire portfolio is available through TrueScale Infrastructure as a Service. Now, giving customers scalable, flexible, and pay-as-you-go solutions. For example, TrueScale Hybrid Cloud lets customers leverage on-prem and public cloud with operational simplicity. And our utilization and metering technology gives customers the insight they need for predictable budget with no surprises. Now, finally, I want to talk about sustainability, I think which Laura and Mary spoke about earlier. So let me highlight one tool in our sustainability portfolio. It's called Lisa. It's our AI-powered advisory platform, which we use to help customers to make the best decisions for their technology footprint. Now, that includes lifecycle management, purchasing decision, and more, all of which can advance their sustainability goals. Now, so no matter where you are, no matter where you start, whether it is an AI fast start or with our state-of-the-art digital workplace solution, you're getting the unmatched power of Lenovo's end-to-end technology solution and services delivered with speed, ease, and expertise. Now with that, I would like to bring back the stage Lenovo's chairman and CEO, YY. Join me to welcome him. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for staying focused and engaged for our enterprise AI solutions. To quickly recap, today, we have shared our belief that the hybrid AI defines the future. We have showcased our innovation in personal AI and enterprise AI. And most importantly, we have reaffirmed our vision of smarter AI for all. And we have a very important partner who works with us to make this all happen. Let's welcome CEO of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang. Hi, Jensen. Welcome to Lenovo Tech World.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So we talked about the hybrid AI at our last Tech World.
Yeah.
So since then,
we've been working hard.
Yeah. So both companies have made a lot of progress. Definitely, our audience want to listen to you. What's the next step of the hybrid AI, and what's the customer's adoption?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you know, it's great to be here and to celebrate and to announce great new initiatives with our partner, Lenovo. YY and I have known each other for a very, very long time, since we were children, practically. And
because, but at least 20, 30 years ago.
20 years ago, we were children. And
we're still young.
Yes. And as you know, we went through several computing revolutions together, starting with the PC revolution and the internet revolution and the mobile cloud revolution. And now we're reinventing computing for the very first time in the largest of possible ways. We're reinventing the entire stack. What used to be coding is now machine learning. And coding was designed to run on CPUs. And machine learning is designed to run on GPUs. And what's amazing is that coding created software, which drove an enormous industry. But now, machine learning is creating artificial intelligence.
Yeah, machine can do the coding.
Machine can do the coding.
Yeah.
This is going to be the largest of industrial revolutions we've ever seen. And we're seeing, of course, in the last 12 months or so, just extraordinary awakening in every single industry, every single company, every single country, recognizing that their digital intelligence, their data could be codified, transformed into their company, their country, or their industry's digital intelligence. And of course, one of the things that happened, and I understand that Mark Zuckerberg was talking earlier, Llama 3 is completely game-changing.
Yes.
Because of Llama 3, every single company can now engage AI.
Yeah.
If only they had the necessary infrastructure, the necessary stack. And so starting with, of course, the AI computers, the AI infrastructure, but also, very importantly, the software stack, so that we can turn the models into artificial intelligence. Remember, artificial intelligence is related to models. You need large language models. You need very sophisticated large language models and technologies. But large language models is an element of artificial intelligence. And so the announcements that I just saw earlier is all about that. The entire stack that we're working on together as a company, as partners, is to create the infrastructure, the necessary software stacks, and then the necessary best practices and blueprints so that you could turn these large language models into artificial intelligence agents that help you do work.
So what's your view on the agentic AI as well as the physical AI?
Well, agentic AI, speaking of artificial intelligence,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, and we would like to produce millions of these.
You can
I'm sorry,
everywhere.
I missed billions of these. Yeah. And little TJs, at NVIDIA they're called toy Jensens. They're going to run around and help you do things. So whatever you need done, your wish is my command. And so artificial intelligence in its most general form, is basically robotic. There's going to be digital robots. We call them agents. They have the ability to understand your instructions, understand the meaning of your instructions, break down your break it down into actions, use tools, retrieve proprietary information or whatever information it has access to, and perform the task and take action if necessary. And so the perceive, reasoning, and act, that fundamental loop is the loop of robotics. And so we're going to have information robots. We call them agents. We're also going to have physical robots called robots.
Yeah.
And these physical robots are essentially AIs that understand the physical world. And then we have agents that understand the information world. These two artificial intelligence, agent AIs and physical AIs, will be the underpinnings of the world's industries. We're going to have AI coworkers, AI workers that are good at marketing, or in our company, chip design, software coding, verification. We're building agents to help us with supply chain management. And these agents work with all of our employees so that we could be a lot more productive. We would like to achieve, essentially, superhuman productivity. Isn't that right?
Definitely.
And so all of our employees are supported by these agents in time so that we could be a lot more productive. And then we're going to do the same, and this is the largest opportunity of all, is industrial AI. And that has to do with robotics, and we're partnering with Lenovo across this entire spectrum.
Yeah. So I definitely see the same trend with agentic AI as well as physical AI. So to capture this opportunity, Lenovo and NVIDIA have a big announcement to make today. So Lenovo hybrid AI advantage with NVIDIA. So this is an end-to-end AI platform for developing and deploying AI in the new era. So it starts with our industry-leading infrastructure, including AI devices, AI servers, storage, as well as edge computing, public cloud, private cloud. so where enterprise data are stored, cleansed, and organized. So data, algorithms, and accelerated computing power together make AI to happen in enterprises to optimize processes, make better decisions, improve productivity. And throughout all these elements, services perform an important role to do lifecycle management for infrastructure, from design, deployment, to scaling and maintenance. Also to improve data analytics and governance, to advise and fine-tune AI models, and to broaden AI software ecosystem for customers. So we also provide a Lenovo AI service library on top of this AI factory concept. Our strategy is to combine modularization with customization so that we can respond quickly to customer needs while tailoring our solutions for them. So all layers together form a complete set of Lenovo hybrid AI advantage with NVIDIA. So definitely, so we are working with you to make hybrid AI advantage more mature and sophisticated. So Jensen, would you like to talk more about how NVIDIA technology contributed to this platform?
You know, YY, the stack of PC, when you and I first met, it was during the PC revolution.
Yes.
There was a CPU,
yeah.
There was operating system,
yeah.
And then there was the application.
Yeah.
And of course, that model of computing was revolutionary. But by comparison to today, it's so simple. You know, artificial intelligence took a very long time for the industry to create because it's incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
What's inside it, the entire stack, includes a computing infrastructure that is really a supercomputer. And it's running algorithms and distributed computing over a computing fabric that includes NVLink switch, InfiniBand, or Spectrum X networking. This distributed computing capability is captured and made possible and efficient using very sophisticated software.
Yes.
And so that's the computer. But what's above it is large language models, which is maybe the new operating system of the artificial intelligence world. And on top of the large language models are many other libraries. These libraries, the simplistic way of thinking about that is kind of like onboarding and helping a new AI coworker. It's an AI worker,
yeah.
And it performs tasks. And so you create data to fine-tune and onboard the AI, AI agent. You, of course, teach it very specific skills. You give it access to information that they should have access to perform their job. You evaluate them like we evaluate employees. You deploy them. You guardrail them. You safeguard them. You guardrail them so that the functionality they perform is very specific to the functionality they were taught to perform. And that flywheel
yes.
allows the AI agent to get better and better over time. This entire suite of libraries is all completely accelerated. It all runs on GPUs, and it makes it possible for every company to be able to onboard large language models, turn them into your own AI agent to perform special tasks that you would like to have. Customer service, retrieval of AI database, many different types of applications.
Yeah, so NVIDIA is definitely bringing a lot of value to this platform in all layers. And to achieve customers' AI goal, so they're not only expecting more powerful accelerated computing, but also trying to achieve energy efficiency goals. So how can NVIDIA help satisfy this kind of needs for the customers?
During the early stages of a new computer revolution, the best thing you can do is accelerate your roadmap. And the reason for that is this. When the performance can be improved by a factor of 2 or 3x, X factors every single year, we can effectively drive the cost down of AI, drive down the energy workload, energy used of AI, but also increase the revenue generation capability of AI. Remember, these new computers are effectively factories. Unlike old data centers that hold files, these data centers are AI factories that generate tokens. And you would like the token generation rate. These tokens are essentially artificial intelligence.
Yes.
These token generation rate, you want to be as high as possible. And so if we can double or triple every single year, we are driving down your cost or increasing your revenues every single year. So this is a really, really important thing. We have the ability, because we build the entire AI factory end-to-end, from CPU to GPU, NVLink switch, InfiniBand switch, networking chips, Ethernet switches and networking. We have the ability to build the entire data center and AI factory end-to-end, and we have the ability to build the software end-to-end, from top to bottom. And so as a result, we can deliver a new AI factory every single year, doubling the performance or reducing the cost every single year, so that we can drive and democratize artificial intelligence as fast as we can.
Yeah, so similar to us, so all our R&D team have the mission designed for the sustainability.
That's right.
Every new
and
generation.
Why right now, speed is sustainability.
Yes.
Speed is performance. Speed is energy efficiency.
Yeah. So definitely, NVIDIA has done a great job on sustainability. And Lenovo also brings a core technology to the table. So our decade of leadership in liquid cooling technology with the Neptune. Now it's the 6th generation. So now, let's showcase a product which uses Neptune. So may I invite you to unveil it together?
Yes.
This first. Ready?
All right. Look at that.
Let's take a picture.
You know why? All of those years of Lenovo building supercomputers paid off.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we have worked on the water cooling for more than 10 years. So this is a Sync System SC777, designed by Lenovo, featuring NVIDIA Grace Blackwell GB200. So it's 100% liquid cooled. No need for a single fan or specialized data center air conditioning. So this system fit in a standard rack, runs on standard power. So customers can buy as little as one tray at a time. It also includes NVIDIA NVLink interconnect and support NVIDIA networking and NVIDIA AI enterprise software. So what's your thought on that?
Tell me this isn't beautiful. This is, yeah.
Yeah.
To an engineer, this is sexy.
So thank you, Jensen, for our great engineering partnership. So besides our collaboration on enterprise data center, so we have also partnered on vehicle computing with NVIDIA Drive AGX SOAR platform, featuring the new Blackwell architecture. So let's showcase Lenovo's smarter and more powerful AI computing DCU together with Jensen.
You know what's amazing is this. So this computer and that computer has the exact same architecture.
Yes.
That computer is designed to create the brain that runs in this computer.
Oh.
And because the car is the world's highest volume robot.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It
robots on the wheel.
Perceive the world, reason about what to do, and takes action on the steering wheel, just like a robot.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be the first generation of the most highest volume robot in the world. But in the future, we're going to have robotic systems of all different kinds. And this particular computer could be used for all of that. So very exciting. Thank you.
And final thought.
Final thought. I think, go Lenovo!
So we are so excited to partner with NVIDIA.
Yes,
thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Huawei.
For
Thank you.
joining me.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Second year. So I hope you all enjoy our tech world and love our latest innovation. And we have one more big announcement.
Thank you.
Gianni.
Thank you.
So today is an incredibly proud day. I'm excited to be joined by FIFA President Gianni Infantino. And we make a historical announcement together. So Gianni, welcome to Lenovo Tech World.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. YY, thank you for your welcome. It's really wonderful to be here in Seattle with you and with so many global tech leaders. Today starts actually a game-changing collaboration, not only for FIFA and Lenovo, but for global football, or soccer, as you call it here in the US. Our version of football, the style played by the Seattle Sounders and the Reign, rather than the Seattle Seahawks, is the world's favorite sport.
For sure.
And you know, to help our brand of football flourish further, FIFA has big ambitions in the tech space. And while we have implemented some great innovations in the past, we know that we can offer even more to the football world in the future. So, my friend, do you want to break the news?
Definitely. So, Gianni, so today I'm thrilled to announce that Lenovo will be the official global technology partner of FIFA. Whoa! It will include the Men's World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico in 2026, and the Women's World Cup in Brazil in 2027.
Yeah.
So this means the biggest event in the history of humanity with more views, more nations participating, and surely more data and technology requirements than ever before will be powered by Lenovo.
Well, my friends, this is a special moment for FIFA. The FIFA World Cup 2026 will be the greatest show on the planet. 48 countries will come together in the United States, in Canada and Mexico for an event unlike anything the world has ever seen. And as for the FIFA Women's World Cup in 27, this will be a groundbreaking occasion in Brazil and South America for the first time, showcasing again how football unites the world. Over 5 billion people watched the last FIFA World Cup, and 2026 will beat that number for sure. Well, our ambition is not just to unite people with football, but to connect billions of people all around the planet with technology and AI. And the support and partnership of Lenovo will help us achieve that goal. My friend, FIFA is ready to explore and adopt technology and AI to positively impact football, the world, and humanity. So let's push the boundaries and together make football more accessible and more equal to everyone across the globe.
Thank you, Gianni. So definitely, so these trophies symbolize greatness, victories, and championships. So Lenovo is honored to become part of your tradition and part of your future.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Gianni, I have a little something for you.
Here you go, boss. Beat you to it.
So this is one of our latest AI PC.
Excellent. I have something for you as well, by the way, so we can exchange. In football, you exchange jerseys. We exchange gifts.
So hopefully with this laptop, so you can have more successful workout.
I'm sure. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So to our smarter future for all, thank you.